In a corporate world where all employees have great leaders with no egos that create fun cultures where people can do their best work, the employees and companies thrive while doing great things for the customers, themselves, and each other.
Well, we know that rarely happens. I'm Jeff Palacio. I have been a leader for over 40 years for every t-shirt size company, from small 16 employees to extra large over 1 million. Please join me while I interview outstanding leaders that will share stories of great leadership and not so great. It will help you become a better leader while poking fun about all the crazy shit that happens in corporate America. Welcome to a special edition of the Corporate Couch. These episodes will be more of a love seat that focuses on one topic and will run 15 to 30 minutes. For each special edition episode, you will hear from one or more outstanding leaders sharing their expertise on the most important challenges in corporate America today. Mark, welcome to our February edition of It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere it's 5 o'clock. A few more hours from here, but we'll celebrate.
We just saw each other. We were at full kickoff meeting of Michael Amarino's The Table.
Yeah, you even sat next to me, and there was a nice table. There's good people there I already knew, and I met some new ones.
Yeah, so Michael, who may have to pay us, because I think his name comes up often, but he started this group, about 25 Kansas City colleagues to help each other out in business. And yeah, so far so good. What are your thoughts?
I think it's awesome. The joke with you and I is we talked about doing this for a while, and then Michael stepped up and started it, so we just had to show up. The heavy lifting's been done by him and a few other people with good people we already know, but also probably half the people I'm getting to know, so I'm excited about it. It's good.
Yeah, I was amazed. There was, I would say, at least half the group I did not know prior, so that's always good.
Yeah, and the setup is great. I'm already in a lot of different networking groups, but Michael is, he makes it apparent. We're in this group to help people make money and make their businesses thrive. So a lot of the other ones, that's a byproduct of networking in them, but this one sounds like it's pretty directed in helping these business owners and salespeople continue to thrive, which is great. I love it.
Yeah, and he's, kind of like Vistage, a Vistage group. He's not going to have competitors in the group, so if you're the only wealth manager, you're going to be the only wealth manager unless you leave. Jenna Scott is kind of she's kind of the COO, getting things done, putting stuff on LinkedIn.
She's good at it.
Yeah, she
is filling the role that I remember her being in Katie Irvin's Leaders Institute, like the great organization of information, events, and putting it in a space where people communicate on LinkedIn. It's very similar to that, but this is more business driven than leadership driven. So she'll be a good addition to organization.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on since we last chatted with you?
Same stuff, trying to get through to enjoy the nicer weather. I feel like we had a taste of it last week. You might have had even nicer weather. You went to Florida, right?
Went to Cape Coral, Florida, right outside of Fort Myers. Was outstanding. I never spent time there. I've flown into Fort Myers and gone to Marco Island 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I love Cape Coral. We're at the Westin there on the marina. I watched the Super Bowl from a huge yacht in the marina. I wasn't out at sea or anything. But
were you wearing Chiefs gear at least for the Chiefs that aren't in the Super Bowl, but you're a fan?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I actually had a Chiefs-like polo shirt, just happenstance. I really forgot all about the game. We went for the Friday before the Super Bowl and came back Monday night or Tuesday night. But I wanted to, if I was really thinking, and if I had stayed in Kansas City and had full access to my attire, I would have worn my Sam Darnold New York Jets jersey in honor of Sam winning.
So is that who you were cheering for? Did your team win?
I hate the Patriots. I mean, hate's a strong word, but they're rivals, and they've kicked the Jets' ass for a long time. So yeah, I love that Sam Darnold's story is great. It just shows you resilience, play the long game. Did terrible with the Jets, not entirely his fault. He had 3 offensive coordinators in 4 years. Went to Carolina and did not do well there. Was the backup for Sam Fran, so he didn't play. Then he went to Minnesota last year. He was 14-3, and they got rid of him. I don't know why. And then he wins the Super Bowl. He's the only quarterback to have back-to-back 14-win seasons. The other is Thomas Brady.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's there is a lot of Seattle fans because so many people hate the Patriots. So
Right.
it's interesting to follow the story of the Super Bowl and the back stories with players and who played where. One of the things that we've continued to do is host a Super Bowl party. So it was interesting to host it, and everybody came, and we didn't care about the game. Like the last few years, it's been a bigger group of people, and we've also done that with the playoff games. And I feel like playoff games are a lot of times more exciting than the Super Bowl, or more just closer games. Like this game was as boring as last year's Chiefs-Eagles game, really.
Yeah.
So maybe the playoff games are the new games to watch and check into, because all of those leading up to the Super Bowl were fantastic too.
Did you have a favorite commercial? I was at this party and I really couldn't even hear the commercials, or because everybody's talking, and so I didn't really care. But
same, I didn't watch. So we had 5 couples and their kids. So 10 people, 10 adults, 10 kids.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a wild house.
Yeah.
So the only thing I got to watch, because we calmed the kids down enough, or maybe I was downstairs and they were upstairs, was to watch the halftime show, and that was interesting too. I mean, I like entertainment. I don't know I didn't know Bad Bunny. I knew Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin. That was an appearance too. So there was people I recognized.
Living the Vida Loca. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and even last year when I was actually at the game, I didn't know who Kendrick Lamar is. So either that means I'm getting old enough where I don't know who the current good music is, or they're bringing people that are not mainstream, or I don't listen to the radio anymore, and I don't listen to I don't watch the news and regular TV stations. I watch Disney. So how I get in front of new music, news, and local events is much different than it used to be. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I remember the decade, my kids were growing up, their first decade, my music went to the wayside. It was, Disney radio, and listen to different cassettes.
Danny Go. Do you know who Danny Go is?
That was after my time as a.
You're gonna get some text messages of Danny Go music. You'll be listening to it in your car in no time, or K-pop, Demon Hunters.
I do know them. Yeah, I am somewhat familiar with them.
Your grandkids will be there sometime in the next couple of years.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. What's going on business-wise?
Business is good. You might have saw a post in the last week that we are hiring a financial planning associate and a client service associate. So business is good enough where we don't want it to stall. We don't want service to drop. So our culture is to attempt to hire ahead of time. And so that's a good thing. I put the message out there on social media. We created the job descriptions. These are roles we already have, but we've already got a few things in the works.
Yeah,
a fun update to that is I shipped 50 copies of my book up to BYU, Idaho, and our CEO, Jessica, went up and spent a whole day with the financial planning program. I should know the name of the town it was in. I do not know. Reinard, right? It's a small town in Idaho. In any event, I will tell you, and I can say his name, I get an email. A young guy read the book, was impressed with Jessica's presentation. Jessica was very impressed with him. He said, "Hey, I've talked to my girlfriend. I'm flying out to Overland Park. I'd love to meet you. Can I take you to lunch on February 27th or 28th? Wow, that bold. It's not like driving 2 hours from K-State. Wow. And I'm like, man, I'm busy that weekend. I was like, actually, that's the weekend of Wabash Cannonball. He goes, I can come early and volunteer to help you set up for the event. And I was like, what? Wow. So I'm meeting this young guy named Daniel. There's 2 others that have reached out and read the book that I'm meeting with virtually. So, and this guy happens to be from Iowa, so I guess Kansas City could be a step closer to home, family. So it's just pretty incredible how, I guess, the book and presentations and being open to students outside of traditional programs that are close by is opening some fun doors. So we're growing.
That. We might have to have that gentleman on the podcast at some point.
For sure. Yes. He might take it over. He's got a personality. I haven't met him yet, but I'll just say that that's bold. Just
Yeah.
assuming he's coming, that's what you got to do. It just that boldness doesn't usually come with being young.
No,
It usually comes later and confidence over time.
yeah, exactly. I would have been terrified at 22. I would never have done that, but now I'm not sure I would do it now. No, I
Well,
think that,
I'll say it now, and I'll visit. And I won't like him, or he won't be great. But so far, it's that.
yeah.
I think that's awesome. Sending notes is even impressive, but coming out that regard and reading a book, it's kind of a fun deal to tie back to people and have them know you without having met yet.
Yeah. Speaking of people you met, what kind of people that you have met since our last discussion? Any newbies?
Two, you might know them. I'll just say one yesterday because these are just front of mind. Several people, but one, a guy that used to work at Cerner. His name is Jeremy Foster. Do you know him?
I don't think so.
He does executive coaching, which a lot of people do now. The thing that was memorable about him yesterday was we met at Pilgrim Coffee. He goes, "Man, it's nice out. Do you want to do a walking meeting?"
Nice. I love that.
He goes, "I know you don't have great shoes on. I wasn't wearing this," but I was like, "Yeah." So we went to I-Lan Park at 127th and Knoll area.
Yeah.
Ended up walking all the way to town center and back. And this is February in Kansas City, and I think it was high 50s, maybe 60 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
So not too hot. It was wonderful. And just had a pleasant talk. And then walking by, he's like, "And that's where I live. There's houses on the trail."
Wow.
It was just a small world. Knows several people that you know, Jeff, so you'll enjoy meeting him. He's probably in his late 30s, I'm guessing, has kids. But that was a fun meeting for someone that is open to coaching, for someone that likes helping coaches, Jeremy Foster. So, and then the last one that I will mention happened this morning. That's why it's front of mind was I want to make sure it's Jeff Ebihara, and the reason I laugh is because you looked at my coffee cup this morning that I brought to our meeting, and it said Jeff.
Yeah.
I did not buy you a coffee.
I was thinking you did.
Jeff Ebihara, I hope I'm saying his name right, bought me a coffee this morning at McLean's, and he is new to Kansas City in the last couple of years and works for the Impact Foundation. And if you don't know about that, I'm learning more. But the even smaller Kansas City tie to Jeff was a month ago I had coffee with his daughter.
Oh, wow.
And she said, "I read this book, Dad. You should read it too." He goes, "I'm actually meeting with that guy in a month," and just small worlds collided.
Oh,
I
yeah.
met them both from different areas, but seems like a good family. New to KC, you will meet them sooner or later too.
Yeah. Very nice.
Anybody for you? Are you meeting anybody? Good?
Yeah, I actually met a few people. Two of them are in the table group. So one was Chloe Cox of Hub, and at the same
Is
time,
she of Hub International?
Yeah,
I didn't put that together yet. I didn't really get to talk to her today, so I will.
yeah, she was not. Yeah, she was not. They Hub does I think a women's speaker or something series, Moxie. I'm not familiar with it, but she was at that today, and then it was I was meeting two people. It was Chloe and Jack Denzel. So Jack is with GLC Payments. They help companies in their credit card processing save money because they run Next KC. It's kind of that 20-year-old Top Gun, where they're getting, it's a member or selection only group and all that. So the other table member I met was Kim McGoud with a D on the end. I'll make sure I pronounce that right. So she's fabulous. And
I believe she's doing the it's just a shout out because that event's coming up in the next month, the Worthy Pop-Up Bar.
She is.
I believe Kim is a bartender in it.
Yes, that is correct. And
I've got my tickets, Jeff. I'm going Friday night. You should go. I have an extra.
There you go. This Friday?
It is early March, so it's not yet.
Yeah.
Yep, early March.
Yeah, that's possible. Can't top last year when you and Derek were bartenders for sure.
They did not invite us back, oddly. Actually, they invited us to come drink, but not bartend.
Yeah,
so I guess that's the invite back.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a good time.
Yeah. And then Aaron Fajan, who you had mentioned earlier, maybe? I don't know. But even though she's best friends with Mary Mesmer, our friend Ray Rucker was the one that introduced us. So I really enjoyed Aaron and talking to her. So that was fun.
If I recall right about Erin, she is also from Topeka. So she is one of those rare Topekans I see out in the wild that aren't in Topeka anymore.
Yeah, Seaman.
She might have been. I don't. Maybe I'm making something up, and this is another joke.
And for those non-Topeka people, Seaman's
Seaman High School. Yes.
High school.
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah. So, what's the charity events you have coming up in March? Since this episode will air late February.
Two things I'm excited about. One is Wabash Cannonball. My wife and I are chairing that. That's the end of February. Can't promote that and invite you because it's sold out, but it's a great K-State alum event. But the ones that I'll plug for now are Growing Futures is having a rebrand. I have seen the previews. I think they're showing everybody next week. Looks good. I'm excited. It's something to be proud of, and it's kind of cool to come out of something that's been branded for a long, long time. So Chris Stibbs, of course, and Larry Lewis have been on the forefront of that. You'll see more of that in the next couple weeks. And I believe Hello Big Idea, Ashley Mahoney, was who Growing Futures engaged for that. And just really proud of what they put together because I think it represents it well. But having said that, Growing Futures is having a Kentucky Derby party. So I'll talk about this a couple times, but
nice. I'm
involved as a peer-to-peer fundraiser as a grand marshal of the Run for the Roses event with my wife.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so there'll be, I think that alone, me and there's other grand marshals and jockeys that have committed. We filled the number of people we wanted to get, but I think it will push us to raise 150,000 more than last year as part of the goal that's been put together by this group of people, of others that you would recognize too.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. What's on your nightstand? What are you reading these days? I
finally finished, and I wrote a book review on the book that you suggested, Give to Grow.
Oh, Mo Bunnell, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I just wrote that 3 days ago. It should be live. I will share it with you, and I think you know him personally. I've interviewed him.
Yeah, he's in Atlanta. I had a Zoom meeting with him, and then I interviewed for my podcast. That'll probably be aired sometime April, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, I can't remember. I'm good. I'm ahead of schedule. Meaning I got plenty in the can.
You got good people on there. Him and I would have a good conversation because we agree on so much that's in each other's books. So that was a good read, easy read. And I also bought yesterday based upon the recommendation of Mike DeMeo. If you don't know Mike DeMeo, he owns Crown CFO. He presented to my Acumen group yesterday, and he's a fractional CFO. I'm the company CFO, and I'm like, oh, these are a lot of good ideas I should be doing as the company CFO, and ratios I should focus on, and things about being more strategic instead of just having the numbers organized. Yeah. So I'm hopeful to have a further conversation with Mike about it. The problem with being a CFO, but also being in serving clients now in the community, is I just do enough to keep it organized, not be strategic about what the numbers can mean for the future. And his team can help with that a lot. So the book I bought was KPI's 75 different measurement tools, something like that. Yeah. So it's on its way, but I'm a numbers guy at heart, but less into the details as I used to be. So sure would be nice to have Mike's team do that. And then he helps me interpret it. Is maybe what's going to end up happening.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Mike's a great guy. Yeah. Pennsylvania guy.
Yeah.
We used to be neighbors at one time. Then he moved away.
Well, is that right? Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, I'm reading. Actually, Aaron Fajan told me about this book. Derek Sivers, who I'm familiar with, he ran this company called CD Baby, sold it for $22 million, put it all to charity, but he draws on it at 5% a year, so type thing. But it's an interesting play. But it was an early, way to get CDs and. For artists independent artists, so those without a record label, big Warner Brothers or CBS or whoever the other. You don't even think about record companies anymore. But
true.
But I love his stuff. He actually does. If you go to his website, he actually does book reviews. He reads them, and he gives about 5-6 page recommendation or just summary, and he rates them. 10 is the high score, and 1 is low. And I followed him since he was on an episode of Tim Ferriss, probably in like 2015, and so I was familiar with it. But her book recommendation was from him, Anything You Want: 40 Lessons for a New Kind of Entrepreneur. It's a very short book. you can, it's like the chapters are 1-2 pages long, but it's kind of his thoughts on being an entrepreneur based on his experience. But it's very readable, makes a lot of sense. It's funny. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, that's those books are on my. I like shorter books lately with the attention span and busyness.
Well,
this one has 101 pictures behind me.
Yeah,
that's great for me.
Well, 2 kids under 4 will do that to you, right?
That's true. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, we signed Grant up for T-ball.
Now your life really ends. Now the activities begin.
Well, my wife told me, and spring is almost here, so he will be doing T-ball, and I'm sure that's followed by soccer. He's already doing some of that with Soccer Shots and New Horizons. So that will be fun to watch and see, and meet more of his peers' friends. He's got friends, but we haven't started knowing their parents yet. Right. So we'll get there.
Yeah. No, it's fun because you do meet new people because your kids will be in sports together. And
one thing I've learned now is Grant is competitive, so it will be funny to watch.
Oh wow!
Or disappointing if he's not good, but he likes to win.
Oh,
even against me.
Wonder where he gets that from.
True. I mean, he's crazy, as crazy as I am. Yes. The other thing that I might have to end up doing sooner or later, I think I've mentioned it, maybe not on this podcast, is I got him into the X-Men, so I might have to go to Comic-Con, and I think comes to Kansas City.
Oh, man.
So I am watching the X-Men shows from when I was a kid because they're available on Disney, and he's loving them as much as I did as a kid. He might be a little young to be watching this, says my wife.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
It's a cartoon, so it's appropriate, but we're having fun, and his favorite's Wolverine, so it's all good. Yeah. He wants me to be Cyclops, so that's probably what I'll dress up as.
There you go. So now you're in a peer advisor. I don't know if it's a peer advisory group, but a peer group. You're in Acumen. So how's that experience been?
Good timing. I think this was my 5th monthly council meeting with the other 15 people in my group. Trust is opening up. People are doing amazing things with their businesses, and they're hosted at different businesses every month. I actually host next month, and I don't have an office that can hold 15 people, so I get to host at Polsinelli from some friends at Polsinelli, which will be great. But part of yesterday's discussion that I'm newly aware of is we take an outbound trip every year with the group, and so we're trying to figure out where we go within 2-3 hours outside of Kansas City. I mean, some groups go to Vegas, some groups go to the mountains. But this is the first year as the group gets closer, and some of the things in the list I wrote down that they've talked about going to is Flint Oak and Fall River, Kansas, Spring Valley Anglers in Gravette, Arkansas, the Rivers Lodge in Lacine. Have you heard of any of those?
No.
Me neither. Yeah. But I'm also not a guy that shoots clays on the weekends. I'm not a guy that goes hunting. Right. So a lot of these are built around camaraderie and building relationships in those settings. There's 2 girls in our group, and they're like, we'll do whatever you guys want to do. But I'm probably more of a girl than these 2 girls are. So whatever we do will be fun. Other things are golf. I can do that and have fun doing that. Billy Hodis, our Growth Catalyst coach, has a place up at Lake Viking. I've never been there, so we talked about just going up to his place, and there's other people.
Yeah, Lake Viking's supposed to be nice. I have a friend that has a place there too also.
An hour and a half or 2 hours away from South Kansas City? Not that far?
From South, I think maybe an hour and a half from South Kansas City. I don't know.
Yeah, so we can get on a boat. It's in September, but in any event, if anybody has any fun ideas for retreats, the Elms came up because, Centurions used to do that before it became too much fun. So ideas like that, if anybody listening has them, send them my way. We're hopefully to make a decision on an outbound fun trip with this group here in the next month or 2.
Yeah, that's great. Anything else, or you want to wrap this February episode?
No, happy Valentine's to the couples out there.
Yeah.
This will be after. This will come out after that.
I hope you had a good Valentine's Day, people.
Yes. And by the way, I still have 2 days to find something for my wonderful spouse. I still have 2 days. So it'll be happy no matter what.
Maybe they'll give you some recommendations, the audience, for next year.
Or it's only appropriate. Even if you give them something 2 weeks later, that's fine too. It's just a special day. Every day is a special day.
That's right. There you go. All right, Mark, have a great rest of the day.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you for listening to this special edition of The Corporate Couch. If you enjoyed the episode, I would love for you to take 2 minutes out of your day to rate us 5 stars and write a review. Please join me weekly where I interview great leaders that share their career journey and their leadership wisdom.